So Cardano, the world's seventh largest cryptocurrency by market capitalization, is due to undergo a major upgrade in June. I will break down the key improvements that this hard fork will bring and how this could affect the price of the ADA token. You're watching Crypto Corner, now let's get started. Alright guys, now welcome to Crypto Corner, episode 482 of your favorite video podcast, where we talk everything crypto related to help you navigate easily in the cryptoverse. Let's dive into the Cardano news and find out what is on the horizon for this blockchain. The Cardano network will soon present a decreased smart contract transaction size after developers use CIP 31 and 33 that will go live on Vasil hard fork. CIP stands for Cardano Improvement Proposal, much like with other decentralized networks. With Bitcoin, we have BIP, which stands for Bitcoin Improvement Proposal, and with Ethereum, we have EIP, which is Ethereum Improvement Proposal. So it's become the standard way for these decentralized networks to implement changes and upgrades to their protocols. Proposals are first submitted to the community, they are reviewed and discussed prior to being given the green light for the community to vote on them, and if they actually get a majority vote, if the majority votes in favor of the proposal, it gets approved and implemented. Some upgrades are executed as soft forks, others as hard forks, depending on the changes to the protocol. A soft fork is reversible, and in most cases the new features can be used by preference, and some miners might choose to continue using the older version of the software, which is okay. With the hard fork though, it implies that when a change occurs in the blockchain, it will be irreversible. Typically, this is because the changes will not be backwards compatible with older versions of the blockchain or of the software that is running. Consequently, when updates or changes are made to a blockchain, the new version will fork from the original blockchain, and there will be effectively two active blockchains: the old original one and the new one that has additional updated rules. This in turn means that any users wishing to stick with the newly forked network must upgrade to the new version. When a hard fork is non-contentious, the network participants are all in agreement about the changes, and these forks usually go without any disruption to the network. They don't split the blockchain, everyone moves on to the new version of the software and things are calm. Contentious hard forks, however, are a result of disagreement in the community, and therefore they actually split the blockchain into two, and this gives birth to new projects and new cryptocurrencies come into existence. This is how Bitcoin Cash was forked from Bitcoin back in the summer of 2017, and we have many other examples. Zencash was forked from Zcash this way, and so on. So the latest upgrade to Cardano's network is a hard fork. It's not a contentious one, so we don't expect any split of the blockchain or any new coins to be created from this. It's really just an upgrade, and it's a major one as such. The key improvements that are proposed for the Facil hard fork are expected to decrease the size of a transaction on the network. This is really important. There are four different CIPs actually. These are CIP 31, referring to reference inputs, CIP 32, referring to inline datums, CIP 33 is about reference scripts, and CIP 40 for collateral outputs. All of these proposed solutions are in fact designed mostly for revealing data on the blockchain without spending and recreating unspent transaction outputs via new inputs. And the testnet for these changes is due to start at the end of this month, at the end of May, in preparation for the hard fork in June. The main reason for these changes is future scaling of the network. Last year, Cardano entered the DeFi and the NFT sectors after another very successful hard fork called Shelly. which introduced smart contract capabilities to Cardano, something that the community has been expecting and waiting for a long time. With that in mind, the network is undergoing expansion, and since the start of this year, it has been hitting record numbers of transaction volume, which is still within its capabilities, but in the future, as the user base of Cardano grows, scaling will be necessary. So the developers and the community of Cardano agree that this should be addressed early on and avoid getting into the same issues that Ethereum is currently facing. I mean, Ethereum has been experiencing network congestions regularly for I don't know how many since 2017, which have caused their transaction fees to skyrocket, and for the past couple of years Ethereum is suffering badly from this, paving the way for many competitors to take the front stage. And this is why we see Cardano, we see Solana, we see Polkadot, we see Avalanche and many other blockchains that are in fact competing with Ethereum, that managed to gain so much traction in the last couple of years because of these issues. So even though Cardano has not yet faced any issues with scaling the network as of right now, developers are already working on solutions that should make the blockchain ready for a much heavier load when the time comes. Now, in regards to the market performance of ADA, the token of Cardano, well, despite the active development in the background, the token is failing to break through the profitability death spiral, as it remains one of the worst performing token assets on the cryptocurrency market since the beginning of this year. It is almost 75% down from its price on this day a year ago, and since the start of this year it's had a 60% drop. I mean, still not the worst performer, but compared to Bitcoin or Ethereum, which are both around 40% down, ADA is printing greater losses for its holders. But what can the Facil hard fork bring in terms of price action? Well, we know that often such major events are accompanied by some hype, they create a lot of buzz, and usually this translates into a price jump. Is this to be expected for Cardano this time around? Well, this is mostly relevant to bull markets, but in a bear market, upgrades or hard forks aren't such a huge catalyst to the price. I still expect to see a minor pump in ADA, but I think it will be indeed a minor one. The hard fork date is most likely going to be 29th of June if everything goes according to plan, so there's more than a month until then, which means that price volatility is to be expected in early June. It is worth mentioning that market volatility usually precedes the date of an event like this. In many cases, we actually see the prices rise fast in the weeks before the event, which is all based on speculation about the event. Then we see a drop in the price, and then as the event occurs, we could see another minor price jump and again followed by a correction. If there is a pump, I would expect it to happen in early June and most likely be done at least a week or two before the actual hard fork. First of all, most of the holders of ADA have already accumulated, so now the market will rely on speculators and some new investors to flow into ADA, and thus the price should see some appreciation. Most likely we will see some up moves both against fiat and also against Bitcoin. So looking at the chart, I mean, this is the daily chart. What we are seeing here is that currently, as you can see, we are really close to our lowest support, our bottoming. What is most important is that we are below our 50th moving average. This is the daily moving average, and while we are trading below this moving average, we are actually looking bearish. Now, of course, we can expect some upside move, but I feel that this moving average is definitely going to hold us back from reaching, much higher prices. Most likely, we are not going to even be able to come all the way to the 50th moving average, which is currently sitting at around 90 cents. So on the way up, we do have quite a few resistance levels, and I drew this from Fibonacci's that I was drawing earlier. So what we see here is that first we have a resistance at the 61 cents price range, which we are very close to. This is a Fibonacci level, but not only that, you can see that it perfectly coincides with our attempt just a few days ago to go to that level. We challenged it, and as we touched this level we got rejected. So definitely this is a strong rejection at the moment. Now, of course, in the next few weeks, if Bitcoin and the whole crypto market starts recovering and starts going on the upside, and I am expecting a bit of a bounce on the upside, then this level could very easily be reached. So what is our next level? Well, again, according to Fibonacci's, the 67 cents is our next resistance level. This is another important level to watch. We actually challenged it here on the way down as we actually stopped from falling, and we stayed here for about a day. The next day we challenged this level, we got rejected from it, and then we dropped further. So this is actually formed as a resistance level, not only by price action but also as a Fibonacci level. So yet again, this is a strong rejection that I'm expecting. If we reach 67 cents, most likely we are going to get rejected from here. Now, if we manage to break above this level, if there is a lot of interest in ADA and there is a lot of buyer's appetite, we could actually break briefly above this level. So the next level that most likely is going to stop us is the 72 cents. And this is a level that most definitely I'm expecting to reject us. If the previous two levels don't hold us back, then this is the level where we are most likely going to get rejected, and from that point we are going to make a correction. We're going to start pulling back, and we're going to be going to the lower levels. It really depends on how high the pump can happen in the run up to the hard fork, but as I said, I'm not really expecting that we'll be breaking the 67 or the 72 cents price levels. In the best case scenario, we can get to about 70 cents, get rejected from there, and do another pullback. So if you are a holder of Cardano, you might want to be using this pump to maybe unload some of these tokens and then scoop them back in as they start pulling back and as they start correcting. A pullback is definitely going to occur after the hard fork. In fact, a pullback will start before the hard fork, because people usually, speculators, especially on the market, they do this kind of big price moves before the actual event. At the time of the event, everyone is already dumping tokens, so this is why the price is going to be going down. So this is why I'm personally going to use this as a swing trade opportunity. I'm going to sell some of the tokens that I've already accumulated, and as we start going towards these resistance levels that I pointed to you, and then I might be scooping them back in as we start dropping. What is good here on this chart is that as the price hit here a low, we saw a huge volume here coming in, making this almost like a wall of volume, and typically that indicates that this is here a local bottom. Now, it doesn't mean that this is the bottom of this bear market. We could actually drop lower, but for the time being, in the short term, we have formed here a local bottom. So I'm not really expecting the price of Cardano to be dropping below these price levels anytime soon. This most likely will happen next time. First, we're going to actually go upwards. We're going to find another rejection point here in one of these resistance levels. Then we're going to do another pullback, a correction, and then we could actually go for the lower support levels, and we can challenge these support levels once again. But in the shorter term, I am expecting that we will continue the bullish price action here, and in the run-up to this event, most likely we are going to be going here for the higher resistance levels. And as I said, 64, 68, 70 cents is very possible for Cardano. It doesn't have to necessarily happen, but it is a very likely scenario. These are my target levels. I hope this answers your questions. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments below. One of our sponsors is Tokenmetrics, the website that I use in my market analysis and research. They provide in-depth data and stats on all cryptocurrencies that I need to track and the majority of upcoming projects, launches, and token sales. This is where I find unknown gems before they hit the mainstream. I particularly like their AI-powered analysis and market predictions, plus their detailed breakdown on technicals and fundamentals on the projects that they research, and their expertise in this field is second to none. You can track various analytics, and you have the ability to navigate through categories of cryptocurrencies. For instance, metaverse tokens, if you want to only focus on this, or Solana based tokens, or maybe you want to see which are the hottest play to earn projects right now, or NFTs, and so on. They have all these categories sorted for you, so you can really advance your analysis of the markets and improve your investment strategies. You can also get suggested coins to trade for the day or on weekly and monthly basis, or create your own indices and keep track of your portfolio performance. I've been a premium member of Token Metrics for almost 2 years now, and I am using it on a daily basis. They host regular webinars for their members with technical analysis and daily emails as well, where they go deeper into their research of new projects or current market conditions. I find this to be really helpful in my own market analysis, as they give me a hint to things that I might have missed or otherwise overlooked. You get a 10% discount with my link, and they also offer a trial period, so go check it out. Use my invite link in the description below.
Token Metrics is a cryptocurrency investment platform that helps users leverage machine learning to become better crypto investors. Our in-depth analysis helps eliminate the emotions of investing, find profitable investment opportunities, and filters out scams.
Alright, well, this wraps up today's episode of Crypto Corner, everyone. Thanks for staying until the end. I hope this brings you value, and if it did, please share it with someone else who will benefit from watching this. Also, show your support by leaving a like and a comment below. This will help the algorithms pick up this video so it can reach more people. Also, make sure that you check out the links in the description below, where I list all of my top crypto services, exchanges, wallets, my top charting tools for market analysis, and my 2 ebooks, Learn Crypto, the ultimate beginner's guide to investing in cryptocurrencies, where I share with you everything I've learned in my 6 years in this industry, including the many mistakes that I've made, so you can avoid repeating those. And Crypto Jargon A to Z. This is a complete crypto dictionary with over 1,000 terms, acronyms, and trading slang that you should know. It's an Amazon bestseller, and it's now in its 3rd edition and at a very low price as well. If you want to be on my mailing list and receive my bi-weekly crypto newsletter, where I share with you market insights, the link is also in the description below. Trade carefully and stay profitable.